Om Shanti. Good morning.
Om Shanti, good morning.
Om Shanti. So today we listen to Baba's Murli for 8th February 25. The essence is, sweet children, you are God's helpers, the true salvation army. You have to bestow the salvation of peace on everyone. Question: what should you children tell anyone who asks for the salvation of peace? Many people in the world are looking for peace. So Baba is asking us, what should you children tell anyone who is asking for salvation of peace? Answer: tell them, the Father asks, do you only want peace here at this time? This is not a land of peace. Only in that land of peace, which is called the original home, can there be real peace. When souls don't have bodies, there is peace. In the golden age, there's purity, happiness, peace. There's everything. Only the Father comes to give this inheritance. Just remember the Father. So anybody who asks for peace, you connect them to the home, which is the land of peace. Remind them that how we will have peace in golden age, and how do we receive the inheritance of peace from the Father. Om Shanti. The spiritual father explains to you, spiritual children. All human beings know that there is a soul in each of them. They say living being, do they not? Everybody says human being or living being. Originally, we are souls, then we receive bodies. No one has seen his or her soul. They only understand that they are souls. Can we say our soul? No, it's not even our soul, it's I, the soul. Right? So people say that I have a soul or our soul or my soul, but I am that. So we can't see the soul, but we only can experience. Just as they know about souls but haven't seen any, similarly, they also say of the Supreme Soul that the Supreme Soul means the supreme amongst all souls. However, he has not been seen. They have neither seen themselves nor the Father. They say that a soul leaves one body and adopts another, but they don't know this accurately. They also speak of the 8.4 million species, because they say, right, that we get human birth after passing through 8.4 million species. So again, Baba says that's also not accurate, because we are human souls. We always take human bodies. In fact, there are 84 births, but they do not even know which souls take how many births. Souls call out to the Father, but neither have they seen him, nor do they know him accurately. First of all, if they knew accurately what a soul is, they would also know the Father. If they do not know themselves, who would explain? Right? Because we forgot who we are, we became so body conscious that we made God also have a body. So we started worshipping or remembering God in some physical form. But Baba says, once we remember, once we realize who we are, then we realize who God is. So Baba says, this is called self-realization. No one but the Father can bring this about. No one knows what a soul is, what it is like, where a soul comes from, how it takes birth, or how a part of 84 births is recorded in such a tiny soul. If they don't even know themselves, how could they know the Father? Lakshmi and Narayan also have a human status. How did they attain that status? No one knows this. It is definitely human beings who should know this. It is said that they were the masters of heaven, but how did they achieve that mastery and where did they then go? People don't know anything. You now know everything. Previously, you didn't know anything. For example, does a child know what a lawyer is? As he continues to study, he becomes a lawyer. Just as a baby is born, just does that baby know lawyer, doctor, anything? No. As the child grows, learns, understands about uh, different things, and then decides, okay, I want to become a lawyer, I want to become an engineer, I want to become a doctor. So too, this Lakshmi and Narayan became that by studying. There are books of law and medicine, etc. Their book is the Gita. Who spoke it? Who taught Raj Yoga? No one knows this. They have changed the name in that in the Gita, because in the Bhagavad Gita they show Krishna as giving this knowledge, and Baba says they have changed the name of who gave this knowledge. They also celebrate Shiv Jayanti. It is he who comes and makes you into the masters of the land of Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna was the master of heaven. However, they don't even know heaven. Otherwise, why would they say that Sri Krishna spoke the Gita in Copper Age? Two mistakes, right? One, who spoke the Gita? And second, when was it spoken? So they took Krishna to Copper Age. They don't even realize that Krishna is in Golden Age. They have placed Sri Krishna in Copper Age, Lakshmi and Narayan in Golden Age, and Ram in Silver Age. Calamities and upheaval are not shown in the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. Kans, devil, has been shown in kingdom of Sri Krishna, whereas Ravan, etc. have been shown in Ram's kingdom. No one knows that it is Radhe and Krishna who become Lakshmi and Narayan. It is definitely the complete darkness of ignorance. Ignorance is said to be darkness. This knowledge is said to be the light. Now, who brings about this light? It is the Father. The knowledge is said to be the day and devotion, night. You now understand that that path of devotion has continued for birth after birth. You have continued to come down the ladder. Your degrees have continued to decrease. After a new house is built, its lifespan continues to decrease day by day. When it has aged by 3/4, it would definitely be called old. Can you think about the happiness of a new house and then happiness of the old house? No? So even if the house is old, we try to kind of make certain changes inside, do some work, paint, right? Kind of just remodel everything to feel that it is new. And it is the same thing that has happened to the world. The world has become 5,000 years old. We are thinking that, oh, this is happening, that's happening, this technology advancement, that's coming. So we feel that, oh, this is still new, but actually it's not. And how do we know? We know because of the replenishing resources. We know this because of how the nature is reacting. We know this because of the global warming, because of the ozone layer, because of the virtues in the souls uh, disappearing. So, all these are showing that this world is old. First of all, you children need to have the faith that He is the Father of all, the one who bestows salvation on all, and who also teaches this study to all. He takes everyone to the land of liberation. You have the aim and objective. You will study this study and go and sit on your thrones. The rest will be taken to the land of liberation. When you explain the picture of the cycle, you show that there are not those various religions in Golden Age. At that time, those souls reside in the incorporeal world. In Golden Age, there are very few. And where are all the other souls? The other souls are all in Paramdham, in the home, sitting there. You know that the sky is empty space. Air would be called air, and the sky is called the sky. It is not that everyone is the supreme soul, like how in devotion people say, right? Shivoham, that I am Shiv, or God is in all of us. Baba says, no. It's not that everyone is God. No. Human beings believe that God is also in air, that God is in the sky too. The Father now sits here and explains everything. You have been given this birth by the Father. So then, who teaches you? The one who creates is the one who sustains. So, Baba says, the Father himself becomes the spiritual teacher and teaches you. Acha, if you study well and complete your studies, he will take you back with him, and you will then return here to play your parts. You definitely first went down into the golden age. Now, once again, you have come to the end of all your births, and you will then go down first. So now it's the end. We have completed all our births in this drama cycle. And now we will go up first, and then we will come down also first. Now the father says, race. Remember the father well, and also teach others. Otherwise, who would teach so many? You will surely become the father's helpers. Now, Baba cannot teach so many. Na? So, Baba is telling us we become the father's helpers. So, we go and do the service of teaching others. There's the name, the helpers of God. In English, it is called the Salvation Army. What salvation do they want? Everyone says we want the salvation of peace. However, it is not as though they give them the salvation of peace. Tell those who ask for the salvation of peace that the Father asks, is it only here that you want peace? After all, this is not a land of peace. Only in the land of peace, which is called the original home, can there be peace. When a soul does not have a body, the soul is at peace. And that is, right? So many people will share this, whether it is near death experience or out of body experience, or even souls who, connect to um, these spirits, right? And they'll tell you that they share that when they were not in the body, when they left the body, there was so much peace, so much happiness. So we lose our peace because we are in this body. And that's why Baba reminds us that practice bodiless. Practice that peace is my original nature. So, this is how we will create the sanskar of peace. Only the Father comes and gives this inheritance of peace. Amongst you also, some of you need to explain with great tact. If Baba were to stand in the middle of the exhibition and listen to everyone, a lot of mistakes would be pointed out because those who explain are number wise. If everyone were the same, why would teachers write to ask for so and so to come and give lecture? Ah, but you too are a Brahmin. Baba, so and so is cleverer than I am. It is because of cleverness that human beings receive a status. They are number wise. So in those days, right, at some centers, they would request, Baba, can you send Dadi Prakashmani? Can you send? Can Mama come here? Can this one come? They would ask. So Baba would be like, why? You also can give the knowledge, you can share too. And they would say, Baba, but they are better, they are cleverer. So Baba says, everyone is number wise. When the exam results come out, you will automatically have a vision and you will then realize that you didn't follow Srimat. When the results come out, don't you feel at that time, oh, I should have worked hard on this. Oh, I didn't pay attention to this. Yeah? So, in the same way, when this result comes out at the end, when we will get our result, how much did we remember Baba? How much seva did we do? How much knowledge did I imbibe? How much time did I study? So Baba says, then at the end, you will know, you will realize that you didn't follow Srimad. The Father says, don't carry out any sinful acts. Don't have attachment to bodily beings. Bodies are made up of the five elements. It is not that you have to worship the five elements or remember them. You can see through those eyes, but you have to remember the Father. We can see the elements with these eyes, but we have to remember the Father using our inner eye, the third eye. The soul has now received the knowledge that we are now to go home and that we will then go to paradise. A soul can be understood but cannot be seen. Yes, in your divine visions, you are able to see your own home as well as heaven. The Father says, children, Manmana Bhav and Madhyaji Bhav means remember the Father and remember the land of Vishnu, which is your aim and objective. You children know that we are now to go to heaven. Everyone else will go into liberation. Everyone else will be in the home and we will come to golden age. Not everyone can go to golden age. Your religion is deityism. This then is the religion of human beings. So, what is deityism? Deityism is not Hinduism. Deityism means the characteristics of deity. That is our religion. To have the characteristics of a deity, which is peace, which is harmony, which is purity, which is love. That is our religion. So there are no human beings in the incorporeal world. This is a world of human beings. It is human beings who become Tamopradhan and then Satopradhan. Previously, you belonged to the Shudra caste and you are now in Brahmin caste. This caste system only belongs to people of Bharat. Why Baba explains using the caste system so that people of Bharat they can understand. There's nowhere in the world that they talk about the the Brahmin caste or Shudra or Kshatriya warrior and all of that. Right? So Baba says that what it means is that the intellect had become like Shudra, very low, and now the intellect is becoming Brahmin. That means knowledgeable. The Brahmin dynasty, the Sun dynasty, would not be said for any other religion. At this time, everyone belongs to the Shudra caste. They have reached a state of total decay. When you became old, the whole tree became decayed and tamopradhan. Then how can the whole tree become satopradhan? So when we, the original souls, became old in this drama, the whole tree became decayed. So how will it become new? In the new Satopradhan tree, only those of the deity religion exist. Then, from being the Sun dynasty, you become part of the Moon dynasty. You take rebirth. Then you become part of the Merchant dynasty, and then the Shudra dynasty. These things are all new. The one who teaches us is the ocean of knowledge. He is the purifier, the bestower of salvation for all. You remember yesterday's Murli Baba said, he is the almighty authority. What is what does he do as almighty authority? Or he is the ocean of all powers, right? So what power does he have? He alone has the power to grant salvation, to purify everyone. Only he has that power. So he is the ocean of knowledge. He is the bestower of salvation for all. The Father says, I give you this knowledge. You become deities by studying this knowledge. This knowledge will then no longer exist. This knowledge is given to those who are ignorant. All human beings are in the darkness of ignorance. You are in light. You know the story of the 84 births of this one, of Brahma Baba. You children have this knowledge. Human beings ask, why did God create this world? Did you ever have that question? Why did God create this world? Some people, now when they are like really fed up, they will ask this question, why did you create this world? Why did you create all of us? Or sometimes people would say, God created this world to just have fun. God takes pleasure in when we get sorrow, when we go through all of this. Or some people say that this world is a game for God. He was getting bored, so he created this world to entertain himself. Do you think God does any of this? Do you think God needs any kind of entertainment? And
No,
then he creates all of us? No, right?
He helps us in our lives.
Yeah. So Baba says some human beings ask, why did God create this world? Can we not receive eternal liberation, that is moksha? Aha, but this is a predestined play. It is an eternal drama. You know that a soul sheds one body and goes and adopts another body. What need is there to worry about in this? That soul went to perform his next part. There would be a point in crying if you were going to get that thing back, but it does not come back. So, what is the benefit in crying? When someone leaves the body, Baba says, no, people cry so much. And Baba is asking, what is the benefit of crying? Yeah, you will miss the soul, but will your crying bring the soul back? No, it's not going to happen. So Baba says, all of you now have to become conquerors of attachment. Why do you have attachment to a graveyard? This world is like graveyard where everyone is dead. There is sorrow and nothing but sorrow in that. Today he is a child, tomorrow the child becomes such that he does not take long to knock his father's hat off. That means doesn't take long to insult the father. They even fight with their father. This is called the world of orphans. Do you fight with your parents? When you don't agree with them, when they try to push you, do you get irritated and you fight with them? So that's what Baba is saying. The world has become. Do you think in golden age, little baby deities will fight with their parents? No, right? So, so that means because we have degraded so much that it doesn't take long for us to disrespect our parents. This is called the world of orphans. They have no lord or master to give them teachings. Even though we learn that we should respect everyone, we know this, right? We should respect, don't fight, don't get angry, don't disrespect your parents, don't disrespect others. But it still happens, right? Why? Why? Because sometimes we get influenced also. We look at our friends or we look at others, they do this. So Baba says, when the Father sees them in such a state, he comes to make them into the ones who belong to the Lord and Master. Only the Father comes and makes everyone belong to Lord and Master. The parent comes and puts an end to all their fighting. It's like children fighting with each other because the parent is not at home. Then they do all the wrong things. Have you done that? When you're alone at home, you want to watch extra TV or you will do all the wrong things. So then the father comes and stops all our fighting. Like, come on, behave yourself. He puts an end to fighting in the whole world. And then there are cries of victory. Here, the majority is of mothers. People also consider them to be servers. When they tie a wedding thread on her wrist, they tell her, your husband is your God, your guru, everything. First it is Mr. and then Mrs. The father now comes and puts you mothers in front. No one can have victory over you. The father is teaching you all the laws. There's a story of King Mohajit, the one who conquered attachment. Those stories are all made up. In the golden age, there is no untimely death. You shed your bodies at the right time and take the other body. You have a vision. This body has now become old and a new one has to be adopted. I have to go and become a little baby. They leave their bodies in happiness. Here, however, no matter how old they are, how diseased they are, even though they understand that it is good if the body is discarded, in spite of that, at the time of death, they definitely cry. That means they don't want to leave the body. This is because of the attachment to the body. The father says, you are now to go to such a place where there is no trace of crying. There's nothing but happiness there. You should have such unlimited happiness. Aha, we are becoming the masters of the world. Bharat was the master of the whole world. Now it is in pieces. You were worthy of worship deities. You then became worshippers. God Himself does not become worthy of worship and then a worshipper. God always remains as worthy of worship. He never becomes worshipper. If He were to become a worshipper, who would then make you worthy of worship? If He also came in the cycle of birth and death, if He became worshipper, then who would take us beyond? Who would help us? The father's part in the drama is completely separate. There is only the one ocean of knowledge. Only this praise of that one exists. There is the ocean of knowledge, but when can he come and give this knowledge so that there is salvation? He would surely have to come here. First of all, instill it in your intellects who it is that is teaching us. The Trimurti, the world cycle, and the tree are the main pictures. So we can use these pictures to explain to others. Huh? So Trimurti, Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar, huh? And then Shiv Baba on the top. So God carries out his task through Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar. Creation, destruction, sustenance through Vishnu. Right? So that is Trimurti. Then the picture of the tree. So talking about who is the seed of the tree. This is the tree of humanity. We all are connected to this tree, to the seed. Right? We are all part of this tree connected to the seed, which is Baba, the Supreme Soul, as the parent. And then the world cycle, which talks about how we came down, right? How we played different paths, right? And now how different religions started, how the religious founders came, and now the end of Iron Age. And what will come next is Golden Age. So Baba says this entire knowledge can be explained using these three pictures. On seeing the tree, they will quickly understand which religion they belong to and that they cannot come in Golden Age. The cycle should be very large. The writing should also be full. Shiv Baba, through Brahma, is establishing the deity religion. That is a new world. This old world is destroyed through Shankar, and then he sustains that new world through Vishnu. Let this be proven. Brahma becomes Vishnu, Vishnu becomes Brahma. There's a connection between the two. Even in the scriptures, they talk about this connection, but they are not able to establish that connection. What is the connection? They don't know. Brahma and Saraswati then become Narayana and Lakshmi. The ascending stage happens in one birth. We climb up the ladder only in this birth, this time. And then the descending stage takes place for 84 births. It's like coming down the ladder. Every birth we come down, every birth we are coming down. Ascending is only now at confluence age. Now the father says, are the scriptures, etc., right, or am I right? I am the one who tells you the true story of the true Narayan. You now have the faith that you are becoming like Narayan from ordinary humans through the true Father. First of all, there's the one main aspect, which is that no human being is ever called the Father, Teacher, and the Guru. No human being can play all the three parts at the same time. Would you ever call a father a guru or a teacher? Sometimes Baba says, okay, your father could be your school teacher also, or sometimes parents teach the children at home. So the father can be teacher, but a father cannot be a guru. So Baba says, here you take birth to Shiv Baba. Then Shiv Baba teaches you, and he then also takes you back with him, because there is only one guru, one true guru. Guru means someone, the one who guides us. Guru means the one who takes us into salvation. And that is only one. Only God can do that. So there is no human being like this whom you could call the Father, Teacher, and Guru. That one is only Father. He is called the Supreme Father. A physical father would never be called the Supreme Father. After all, he is the one whom everyone remembers. He is definitely the Father. Everyone in sorrow remembers him. No one in happiness remembers him. So that Father definitely comes and makes you into masters of heaven. Acha, to you, sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, Love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap
The
Dada,
Father
the
Baptist,
spiritual
the
father,
spiritual
Father
father
said in
is
the
the
spiritual
spiritual
father,
father,
and
and
the
the
spiritual
spiritual
father
father
said
said
in
in
the spiritual father.
right? Spiritual father. Essence for dharna. While seeing these bodies made of the five elements, continue to remember the Father. Don't have any attachment to a bodily being. Don't carry out any sinful acts. Each soul has an eternal part to play in this predestined drama. A soul sheds one body and adopts another. This is why you should not worry about leaving your body. You have to gain victory over attachment. So today's Murli Baba is talking about attachment to our body, attachment to other bodies, that is, our other relationships. Because if someone leaves the body because of attachment, right, we cry, we want them to come back. So that's attachment. Attachment to this old world, attachment to my old way of thinking, my old way of behaving. Sometimes we say, oh, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know if I can change. It's because I'm so used to thinking the old way. And this knowledge is new. We will question the old way. We will have our old patterns of questioning and thinking and all that for this new knowledge. To accept this new knowledge that Baba is giving us, to imbibe this new knowledge that Baba is giving us, I have to change my old ways of thinking as well. Once I change my old way of thinking, my old patterns of questioning and doubting and arguing and all of that, and I keep an open mind and I say, okay, let me try this. Let me see what benefit this is bringing. And when I keep that open mind, then I'll see the benefit coming. But if I still have my old ways, that means I'm attached to my old patterns and old way of thinking, then I will not be able to experience the benefit that anything new is bringing to me. And this is in anything. It's as simple as moving to a new house. Sometimes we are so comfortable in an old house, right? Even though we want a new house, but that comfort, that attachment to the old doesn't let us move to the new. Or even after moving into the new, we start looking back, oh, that was better, that was better. It takes us some time to get adjusted to the new. And then this new becomes our normal. Mm. So it's the same thing with this knowledge as well. In the beginning, I could have resistance and I could have my doubts and say, oh, why this and why that? And why is Baba saying this? Why should we do this? And all these old questions and old patterns of questioning. But I have to leave them on one side and still start adjusting to the new. And then we start enjoying the new. Today's blessing. May you have the determination to make a total sacrifice. May you have the determination to make a total sacrifice and celebrate your transformation ceremony. There is a saying, even if you have to die, you must not let go of your religion. So no matter what circumstances come, even if a Mahavir form of Maya comes in front of you, do not let go of your principles. What religion? It's not the Hindu religion, Muslim religion, Christian, not like that religion, but that your true religion of peace, of happiness. So, whatever situation comes, don't let go of your principle, your dharna. Do not accept back the useless things that you have relinquished from your mind. Constantly be an elevated actor, and with your powerful form of elevated self respect, elevated awareness, and elevated life, continue to perform your act of greatness. Finish all acts of weakness. When you have the determination to make such a total sacrifice, the ceremony of your transformation will then take place. Now, collectively fix a date for this ceremony. What ceremony? Ceremony of transformation. When I know that because of my elevated dharna, the elevated principles, I create my elevated stage, my elevated awareness, which helps me at the time of big situation or anything that happens in the drama, any big scene that comes in the drama. So for that, for practicing the dharna, the principle, I have let go of something old, right? I have let go of, I've made some sacrifice, right? So Baba is saying that be proud of the sacrifice, be happy of the sacrifice that you make, because this sacrifice will not go waste. This sacrifice, like people sacrifice their lives, people sacrifice on a physical level. But here we are sacrificing our old ways, old patterns, creating an elevated new stage, new way of thinking, new principles, and new practices. So Baba says that this will finish all our weakness, and and this determination of sacrifice will create transformation. Slogan: become a real diamond and spread the sparkle of your vibrations into the world. Become a pure, real diamond and spread the sparkle of your vibrations into the world. No one can hide the sparkle of a real diamond. Today's Avyak signal: it is not a big thing to do ordinary service, but to reform that which has been spoiled and to bring about unity in diversity is a big thing. Bapdada always says first there has to be the unity of one direction, one strength, one faith, and then unity among companions in service and in the atmosphere. So, this one's aware signal is having love for solitude, imbibing unity and concentration. So, Baba is talking about how we are diverse, but we are all united, united with one direction, Srimad, united with faith in one, love for one strength, one support, which is one Baba. Cha, Om Shanti. So today's Murli, Baba is talking, reminding us that we are God's helpers. We are the true salvation army. And what are we doing? We are getting salvation and we are helping the world receive salvation, connecting everyone to the one. We are giving everybody the donation of peace. For that, I have to stabilize myself in my true religion of peace. So if I'm not peaceful, if I don't realize what peace is to me, that I am peace, how will I bring peace in the world? So stabilizing the self in peace. Don't forget the original religion. Never forget your original religion of peace, love, happiness. Even if, you know, we are studying, we are imbibing this new knowledge, new things that Baba is sharing with us. For what? To become better human beings, right? To transform our lives, to evolve the soul, the evolution of the soul. No, the law, the theory of evolution that Darwin proposed is the evolution of physical of the body. And we know that the body is made of the five elements. The body is perishable. What about the being behind this body? Nobody talks about the evolution of the being that we all are. People spend so much time, energy, money into gym, trainings, all of that for the body and for the soul. So, Baba gives us this method of evolution of the soul. So, the first thing is attachment. So, let go of the attachments that we have created to this body, to this identity, name, the role, title, relationships, this old world, our old patterns, old way of thinking. Let go of the attachment. Okay, so let's remember Baba. Stabilize yourself in your elevated self respect of being God's helper. I belong to God's salvation army. Baba, the Supreme Soul, my Supreme Father, has come into this world, gives his own introduction, gives my true introduction, teaches me every day as the Supreme Teacher, and grants me salvation as the true Guru. Baba's love for me is unlimited. Baba reminds me that I am a peace messenger for the world. My original religion is peace. My original religion is of purity. I am a sparkling diamond who radiates peace into the world. I have realized who I am, what my worth is, who God is, what is my relationship with God, and what is my purpose. So throughout the day, I practice today to disconnect from everything physical, the body, everything that is old, my old patterns of thinking, old patterns of speaking, I'm becoming new. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Okay. So have a great day with Baba, and I will see you tomorrow. Om Shanti. Do you want to share your points quickly? Yes.
Shanti, my points that I got for today is just a minute. Okay. My points is remember Baba, don't perform sinful acts. I am a soul and overcome attachment.
Yeah. The big thing is overcoming attachment today. Yes. Okay. Yes, Arya.
Shanti, my practice points are remembering Baba and focusing on not having attachment to anything or anyone.
Hmm. That's an ongoing practice, right? Not having attachment. Yes. Okay. Do you have any question for me? Okay. All right. So have a great day with Baba. I'll see you tomorrow. Om Shanti.
Bye, Shanti.
Shanti.